Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Snow Runner episode. Today it's not a drill. Let's get to it. All right, so today we are doing the not a drill, and just so I can show you what all we got in with this one. We got to take two metal beams over to the drill site, the drill rig, and then we get to take that huge construction rig. Now, the construction rig is way over here, and I'll talk more about that when we get there. But right now I'm on my way. You can see I'm right here. I'm on my way over to get the metal beams. Let's just kind of go over there and get it since I'm already kind of close here. Got the Scout with the 4-slot Big 10 trailer here. Gonna pull into this thing here. This is gonna be a tight turn, but I think we can get it situated. I'll do a little bit of creative steering here, but nothing we haven't done before. There we go. Now, since I have the Scout and no crane, this will be an auto load. So we're gonna get two. So there we are. Now we're gonna head over to the drill site. We're gonna go through the lumber mill way, which isn't going to be too bad. So I hope everybody had a good week this week. Let's see. So I played a little bit of my Aliens board game, Another Glorious Day in the Core, and you know, this time my son and I didn't play together. It was just me. It actually worked out quite well. I was able to sort of spend more time working through the rules, make sure that, you know, I got everything down, and I think we're in good shape. So if you don't know, I'm coming back to live streaming on Twitch starting August 20th. And that's what we're going to be playing. I'm going to be playing Aliens Another Glorious Day in the Core. So if you want a chance to see that, I'll have my my channel down below if you want to you know, go follow the channel so you know when I start up. But it's a Saturday, so it'll be sort of a late night-ish. I mean, I'm in the Central Time Zone, so probably 9 or so. I'm still trying to figure that out, but it's about 4 weeks away, so we got plenty of time. As far as the painting goes, you know, I've been working on painting the actual soldiers for that game. Now, I've had this game for well over a year and a half, but you know, with being busy and all, and not having a lot of time for painting, you know, I sort of feel like how do they call it? My container of shame because I haven't finished painting everything. So, but I've gone through the soldiers a few times as far as like painting things and whatever, and I'm doing another pass through because I'm trying to add some more color. The movie had them in like camouflage, but these things are not tall. They're pretty small in size, and I really don't want to put camouflage on them. So the pants and stuff are sort of olive green, you know, army green or whatever. Come on now. Interesting. Am I caught on something back there? Yeah, I must have been caught on something. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so the painting is coming along pretty good. I still gotta finish painting Ripley, all of the different incarnations of Ripley I have, because I have all the expansions, and it came with a couple of different versions of her. One where she's actually got Newt on her hip. They call it what do they call it? Almost like a frenzy mode or whatever. Enraged Ripley, that's what it is. Enraged Ripley. Then of course we have the regular character of her, and then in the Get Away From Her You Bitch expansion, they released the loader, right? So if you saw the movie toward the end of the movie, she, or even in the earlier part of the movie when they're on the ship, she uses a power loader to move stuff around. So they added the power loader to the game with that expansion. So they have her character in it. So I have her like separate from the power loader. So the power loader and the Alien Queen I still have to paint as well. And then I've got an accessories pack that was separate also, that has like containers and computers in it, and it's actually got face huggers and alien eggs in it. So I still have to paint all those. So I got a decent amount of like bulk painting to do over the course of the next 4 weeks. So I'll have the entire thing painted and ready to go. And I'm excited because there are a whole bunch of stuff I can do. Like, we have missions. I think there's like 5 or 6 missions in the game that sort of take you through some of the things that were in the movie. And then there's these things called bug hunts. And if you remember, if you've seen the movie, you'll know that Hudson asks the question, are we going on another bug hunt? I'm going to turn this in real quick. And there we go. All right, so the next thing we have to get is the drill itself. And this is the first time we have to go to Smithville Lake. Now, if we go to Smithville Dam, so we have to go to Smithville Dam. You can see it's locked right now, so that's where we got to go to get it. And I know where it is. It's not far from the garage over there. What I don't remember is what slot size it is. If it's a 4 or a 5. I want to say it's a 4, so we can probably get there with this truck and this trailer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this truck and trailer over there. So I will see you once we get to Smithville Lake, once we get into the other map. All right, we made it over to Smithville, and you can see that we haven't done anything over here. You can see there's no towers or anything. Where we're going is to the service hub, which is just down from where the garage is, which is right here. So we're going to head up to the service hub first and see if I have the right size trailer here. If not, then, well, we'll have to go to the garage and I'll have to get a different trailer. I'll see you up there. All right, we are here. We're just going to pull in here and see what we can find out. All right. So, going through the different things here. So the oil rig is 5 slots. I have a 4. So we got to go to the garage and get a different trailer. Not a big deal. What we'll do is we'll I'll sell this trailer Well, actually, I said I would never sell these trailers, so I'll drop this trailer off. And they actually make a 6-slot version of this one. I don't think they make a 5, so we'll see if this truck can pull it. I don't see any issues other than the fact that it's just going to be a really long trailer. Because I think the weight of some of the other stuff that we carry around is more than what this oil rig weighs, so probably be okay. But this is the garage right here. So I'm going to sort of pull in right here on this side. Try not to take out that, well, I try not to hit it, but I did. Just going to try to put it along the wall here. There we are. And we'll just go and see what we can do here. So the trailer part is right here. So I'm just gonna turn around and see what we can do. All right. So we need at least a 5-slot, but we might have to get a 6. So this is the 6 right here. But we're going to sort of take a quick look through here. I don't think we have any 5s rated for this truck, so yeah, we don't. So we're going to do that 6-slot right here. So 6 slots, pretty long. So now let's go back to the oil drill. And hopefully we can actually haul it with this. I think we can. It's just, you know, a little awkward, a little long, but, you know, we're really going to test out this truck here. Just kind of get it around. A little sliding there. Yeah, it has more to do with the tires, not really the trailer itself. All right. So there we go. As you can see, it fits on there. 19 tons is how much this thing weighs. I thought it was a lot less than that, but wow, that's a heavy load. But I think we can do it, so here we go. Now, instead of taking a crazy path back, I'm actually going to take a more normal path. I think we can get there through the lumber mill like I did before. The quicker way actually is through the swamp, the northern swamp area, but I don't think I want to take the chance with this the way, you know, it's a lot of weight for this truck to be pulling. So, yeah. Now we're going to save the more difficult sort of trek for the next part with the other truck, and I'll tell you what I mean by that once we're ready to do that one. So, you know, going back to what I was talking before about playing the Aliens board game, I should have everything painted and ready to go, and then the next day, Sunday, I'm going to be painting other figures. So I have BattleTech figures, I have Star Wars Legion figures, and I have Marvel Crisis Protocol as far as games go. And I actually have three. I actually have 3 miniatures that are not part of any game, and they're strictly display. I have 4 of them total, but one of them's already painted. And these are the sort of classic era Transformers. And so these specific ones are Soundwave is the one I have painted, and they're whiz kids. They're unpainted, and they're actually really tall. They're about the size. They're bigger than my BattleTech figures, I can tell you that. And I haven't put the decals on Soundwave yet, but I have him mostly painted. I'm debating on whether I want to do like a comic style outline on him. So right now he's sitting in a small little like transparent case to kind of keep the dust off of him. But the other ones haven't been painted yet. So I have Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Bumblebee. And they haven't released every Transformer in this series. That they had a couple that were on like a pre-order, but I haven't seen them come back up again. But there's only 2 that I don't have currently. One of them is Starscream. Sorry, I didn't pronounce that right. And the other one is I can't remember the character's name, but so I have a couple I have left to get. So at some point I'll be painting those on stream, and all of those are going to be like put in a display case and just put up as, you know, something to have in the background. There's no game attached to them, or they're just sort of fun little things. I've got some stuff that could be used as props, like statue types that I need to paint too. And I do, while I'm not really a Warhammer player per se, I do have Blitzbowl, the starter set. Blitzbowl was an exclusive to Barnes & Noble. It's sort of like, I like to call it the college to Blood Bowl, because it's basically Blood Bowl, but it's like a different variation of the rule set. I don't know if it's supposed to be easier or not, but they put it out to Barnes & Noble as like an exclusive. So and they came out with expansions and everything, like, you know, expansion teams and whatnot, but I haven't bought any of the other teams, and it's just sitting in a container waiting for me to paint, already primed up and ready to go. But that's the extent of, you know, anything Warhammer related that I have. I've thought about maybe working on maybe Blood Bowl in the future, as in buying the newer version and kind of working with that a little bit. But you know, I haven't decided if I want to at this point. And it's not that I don't care about it or nothing. I just have a lot of stuff. Come on now. Stupid construction. All right, I'm gonna have to go in that divot. I have to go in the divot. Sorry, guys. I'll take some damage here. Maybe. There we go. We got it now. Getting close to nightfall. I'll change that as soon as we get to the oil rig. Actually, I should probably change it now so that way you guys can see the construction of the oil rig. Let's get straightened out here. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't really want to invest in that franchise simply because I have other franchises that I wanted to invest in, you know, with Star Wars Legion, Marvel Crisis Protocol, getting into those, and then with everything I have coming in Kickstarters this year, I would never get to any of it, honestly. I mean, I think I have at least 200 or more pieces just coming from the Western themed Zombicide game, Undead or Alive. And then, you know, and then we have Six Siege, and I don't know when that one's gonna ship. It hasn't started production yet, but waiting on some updates from them. But you know, so I have those along with all of this other stuff that I have for Star Wars and Marvel. So I got plenty to keep me busy. Honestly, I'm not even sure when I'm even going to get to the Blitzbowl stuff, you know, even though I've had it for almost a year. But at any rate, you know, the Aliens game I'm so looking forward to. I can't wait to start playing that. And I talked once about possibly, you know, doing some recordings and that kind of thing. I did, come on. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. I'm going to have to switch to my controller, or my other keyboard thing now. It's funny, I shouldn't be able to reach that far, but you know. But these winches are that good. But no, so I had a YouTube channel that I had a special name with, and it was going to be about board gaming and strategy and everything. And I talked about this before, but I actually changed the name. I changed the name of it, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is right now, but I changed the name of it, and the domain is open, so I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to sort of build it up before I start putting any content on there. But I'm going to be covering some older titles, some older games that I currently have and have had since early 2000, along with all the stuff that I sort of mess with now, and going to sort of, you know, have some matches on there, talk about strategy, probably do some, maybe some painting videos, but they'll be like sped up or whatever. I do have some plans for that other channel, so once I get around to getting it launched, of course I will tell you guys, because I'm not sure when it'll launch, but I figure it'll probably launch sometime this year, or maybe I'll shoot for a 23 launch date. Probably it'll be more realistic. That way I can have the website will be made, and you know, I'll have articles already written and everything, and then I'll start working on the video content. But speaking of websites, I haven't started working on any of my websites yet, like my, you know, megazip.com, you know, website or whatever. I haven't started working on it yet. Whoa, what happened? Yep. Okay, I was trying to touch the pole. I got it that time. Only missed the pole. There, I think I got it now. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll shoot for a 23 launch date for that one. I mean, we're in the middle of the year, you know, I got a lot of other things I got planned, You know, we're gonna be, we got this going here. If you have an Epic Games account, now keep in mind this is, we're talking about, you know, as of the date of this video, Epic Games is giving away their weekly giveaway is lawn mowing simulator. So if you want to mow lawns and whatnot, there you go. I'm actually, I did get it, and I might even record some video of it, of playing it, because I think it'd be kind of cool. But I haven't finished getting the farm sim one ready yet, but soon. So you guys, hopefully you guys will start seeing some content on that maybe in the next week or so. There we go. Very nice. All right, so I'm gonna sort of park this over here, and maybe I'll come back and, you know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna park it. We're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna detach and we're gonna delete the trailer. There we go. All right, so the last half of this particular mission is now the semi rig, which, if you guys know, is that big white thing. The big white trailer that's up here. So I'm going to go back to the warehouse, back to here. I'm going to get into the Paystar and I'm going to go up there. So I will see you guys here shortly for you, but for me it'll be a few minutes here at the factory, so we can start planning out the haul for this rig. All right, I have arrived, and as you can see, we have this big behemoth of a trailer to haul. So I'm just gonna turn around and get this thing all set up. Wow, talk about pushing the truck to its limit there. Look at that. Oops. Interesting how that works. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh, hold on. Let me, oh, I thought I had that turned on to begin with. Okay. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it over to the drill, right? So, what we'll do, and I'm just going to plot it out here. And this is something you guys should do whenever you're trying to decide the paths you're going to take, right? Because it does sort of keep you on track. And there's no limit to this, you know, as far as how many you can have or whatever. And I like to plan these bigger ones out a little bit more. Now here's where it's going to get tricky. There's two ways to get in here. We can go all the way down here and turn this way. That is sort of the easier of the two paths. The harder one is here. And this is the one I'm going to do. Now this corner is really tough. It's probably one of the hardest parts is this right here. Now, I have done this with a stock Pacific truck on my Twitch channel, actually. It was the second attempt to do this. What had happened on my first attempt, I didn't take that route. I took the easier route, but I flipped my trailer literally right in front of the bridge. And I pulled out cranes and everything to try to flip that thing back over, and it just couldn't do it. So the second time around, I took the Pacific, and yeah, I didn't have any trouble at all. There we go. I'm just going to take it to there. So, ooh, now it's raining. Very nice. So there we are. We'll pull this back, and we're going to get started. automatically going to go into low, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all-wheel drive is on. Now I do have one question for you guys, and I'll try to remember to put this in as like a message post that's pinned. In this season, I haven't done any like speed ups of the video other than the crane work that I did last week. Do you guys like the speed ups like I did in the hard mode, where I would do all of this? But like this stuff here that you see would be done in speed, like several, really quickly, as opposed to being like slow and normal like this. Or do you guys like this sort of normal mode, if you will? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you like watching the SnowRunner content. I have a bad habit of forgetting to say that, other than the very end of the video. So, but I do have those little animation things that I pop in, so I suppose it's helpful. So you really have to lead out on these big trailers like this, because sometimes these corners can be real tricky. So it's almost like you end up riding on top of some of these stones. Yeah, but you got to ride them close right here. Yep, see that? Because if you look, it's not caught. Well, it is on the edge there, but yeah. Kind of gotta ride it a little closer just to get past that spot. There we go. Okay. So yeah, they definitely like to pick the really interesting roads to put these trailers on. The one on the other map, I think it's one of the island maps for Michigan. That one, that's a tough one, because you kind of have to have a truck with a high suspension, or you won't get past the road very well before you even get off the map, let alone trying to do like what I did in crossing the water on Smithville Lake. I mean, that is honestly the easiest way to get over there, as opposed to taking the long way. And I've done it the long way too, and wow, that took I think I spent an entire stream just taking the long way to transport that one. So far so good. It's usually the easy part. It's turning into that one thing where it gets to be a real pickle. But this seems to be doing okay. I don't even know what my fuel is at this point, but should be all right. But if we run out of gas, it's fine. I've got gas on the truck anyway, so. Now that Pacific truck that I was using, I don't remember if, I think it was the 16, but I don't recall offhand. That one had a much longer profile than this truck does, so got a feeling it won't be too terribly difficult to take that path. 'Cause I believe it's right here. Yep, here we go. When I knock over the speed sign, but that's okay. It's just a sign. Hit that tree, but you know, trees are overrated. All right, here comes the hard trucky part. I'm also going to diff lock this, because we'll need it when we get a little bit farther in. You can see this is that gnarly curve I was talking about. And these big trees, they're not really gonna move too much. Didn't really want to ride the rock quite that close, but kind of had to. You see, look at that. Look at that gnarly turn. We're probably going to have to use the chain just to get me around the curve, let alone get this thing around the curve. It may not be too bad. Let's see if we can power through it. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Just powered right on through that. Man, I must have spent, I don't know how much time trying to get through that. Maybe it's just because the Pacific was just such a bigger, you know, just a bigger framed truck. And so it's, you know, when you have that longer frame, it just doesn't give you the angle that you need. But wow, that went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. The rest of this should be a piece of cake, honestly. I'm turning diff lock off because I probably need to. Actually, we could probably keep it on. Usually if you get up to a certain speed, like 35, they want you to turn it off, where it'll mess your engine up. Yeah, I remember being stuck on that curve for a while, and I had to use the, you know, I had to use the winch and whatnot to get through it. But yeah, didn't even have to do it at this time. That's awesome. All right, so we're almost there. We can kind of see it in the foreground there, or I guess the background. This is in the foreground. Now we just got to make sure we make the proper turn and get over the bridge, because really the bridge is the one that scares me the most, because you flip this thing out over there and you got to start all over again. Cranes ain't gonna get it out, and I tried the large crane, and still couldn't get it out. It was a pickle for sure. Stay on the center. Turn it back on. We're almost there. All right, let's turn this in and let's watch it do its thing. Nice. First site has been constructed. Awesome. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more SnowRunner content. And I'll see you in the next mud pit.